Rainy and cold, that was the forecast for our first Alaskan port. Of course, we should have expected the rain. Ketchikan is the rainiest city in Alaska with an average rainfall of 150 inches. Add the cold weather, and we weren't sure how long we would stay ashore. Ketchikan is called Alaska's first city because it is the southernmost on the Panhandle and therefore the first you come to. We made our way past the souvenir shops in town to the historic Creek Street, with homes suspended over the Ketchikan Creek that inspired the town's name. These homes were the red light district for decades, until prostitution was made illegal in the mid-20th century. We visited the salmon vendors and the souvenir shops to stay out of the rain, but the rain and cold were wearing us down, so we made our way back to the ship to warm up and have some lunch. The winds were building, and we had some motion in the seas as we made our way out to the sea to head south. By this second day of our 4-day cruise, we had already booked the next cruise to Alaska on this same ship, so we would be back to Ketchikan a week later. We could only hope this rainiest town would have a break in the weather when we returned. Our second visit to Ketchikan was so different from the first. The sun was out and the temperatures were more than 10 degrees warmer. This was motivation to explore further, which we did. However, unlike our first visit, which was an 8-hour port call, we would arrive at 7 a.m. and only have 5.5 hours in port. So we made our way ashore early. Our goal was the Totem Heritage Center, about a mile walk from the ship, which was easy to do on this beautiful day. Totem poles tell the stories of significant events in the lives of the clan for which they are carved and erected. Removed from their original locations, the context of their stories can be lost. The totem poles collected in this center were removed and relocated with the permission of their clans in an effort to preserve them, their clan association, and if possible, the stories they told. Tlingit totem poles are traditionally painted with 3 colors: black, red, brown, and turquoise. But once painted, they're usually never repainted. With the dislocation and decimation of the Tlingit people over the last 150 years, abandoned villages had totem poles that were being lost to the elements. These haddock hooks are designed with sustainability in mind. They are too small to catch the larger females, but just right for the males, ensuring the preservation of the harvest. Outside the center are some more recently carved totems with their stories explained. Returning to downtown, we followed the creek along the Salmon Trail to Creek Street. Ketchikan is known as the salmon capital of the world for good and not so good reasons. Salmon were plentiful and the salmon canneries were running full steam back in the day. Fish traps, invented by local J.R. Heckman, floated in the rivers and caught nearly 100% of returning salmon, with over 300 in place before they were banned in 1959. When Alaska became a state. We were nearing the end of our time in port, so we took some time to sample and purchase some of the smoked Alaska salmon before returning to the ship. One advantage of our early departure on this second visit was the chance to see the scenery as we made our way through the Tongass Narrows with the help of an Alaskan pilot. Our next videos will follow the other ports on our longer cruise, starting with Juneau, Alaska's capital.